Oh, I wanted to watch this. So here, this is here. You want to see some fucking gross shit, dude?
Thanks for the content.
Here, you want to hear some fucking gross shit, dude? Here is Leon Cooperman, and here's what he thinks about the events that are taking place.
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people. And, you know, I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together.
Bro, you see this shit? How do you fucking sit there and not just sit in disgust at the thought of billionaires existing? I'm sorry. Like, you fucking hear this guy? You hear this goddamn ghoul literally get mad at you for being able to, for once in your fucking life, not get shafted by other dipshits like him, and instead do the fucking, because you got $600 fucking dollars, dude. $600 fucking dollars, dude. I want to know what this motherfucker made throughout the pandemic. Like, how much his wealth increased throughout the pandemic, dude? That's what I want to know.
And pulled together
an entire year.
And of course, he's been caught. He settled with the SEC on insider trading. Shocked to find out that happened. Hedge fund billionaire Leon Cooperman settles with SEC on insider trading charges. Oof. Oof, dude. Big oof. Hold on. I want to know how much he fucking made. I want to know how much net worth increase 2020. His current net worth as of net worth as of July 2020 was $3.2 billion. Okay. He built up the Goldman Sachs Wall Street asset management division. What this guy did.
Casino IRL Pog.
Hold on. I want to know how much he fucking, like,
Step
what was
on
his...
me, red-headed liberal.
I wish there was a better way to just, like, look at how much money motherfuckers made in 2020. You know what I mean? There needs to be a database for people who, like, you know, I want to know what you started off January 2020 with, and then what you ended December 2020 with. Like, that's what I need to know. I want to just, like, very easily look at fucking Twitch metrics. I want to know exactly how much money this motherfucker made this past year. Like, how much he fucking doubled, tripled, whatever the fuck, his wealth. And by the way, like, you can easily say, Hassan, look at you. Look at your fucking sub count. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, the difference is I'm not fucking earning capital. I'm not doing this off of capital accumulation. Oh, as soon as I said that, someone already literally pointed that out. You dumb fuck. Literally, yeah. No, go defend that guy, dude. Defend that guy, dude. You're right. Defend that guy, you dumb moron, dude. Oh my fucking God.
Great stream, Chad streamer, but my GME. Love you, Hassie, but seriously, when we getting back to the Amish Mafia or 90
It says he was 3.2 billion net worth in October 2019 and 3.8 in July. Okay, but July is nothing. What is his current net worth? I need to know what his current net worth is. It says 3.2 billion in July, but that's the last time we found out about his fucking...
Hey, yo.
Forbes is 2.5 billion. I don't know. Anyway, you want a spreadsheet that has all the reps' trading history? It's not just Robinhood banning, by the way. Make all tax returns public knowledge for everyone. Senate holding a hearing on stock market. Literally taking from us poors to make himself rich and banning the poors who can't subscribe. Yeah.
2 months sub with my Bezos bucks. Shout out to cross chat.
Exactly.
Normies waking up to the aristocracy fucking them.
Please stop telling people that it will definitely go up tomorrow. Well, I don't know if it'll definitely go up tomorrow, but that's what's supposed to happen in a fucking short squeeze, because there's calls that are slated to expire. Anyway,
as buff.
Here's a link that his net worth over time. He's moved his money to his charitable foundation. Oh, man. How nice of him. Never mind, guys. He moved his money to a charitable foundation just like Mark Zuckerberg did. These guys are so nice, dude.
Brothers.
Yeah, I know. It says it's 2.5 billion. He might have moved some of his assets over to a charitable foundation. Anyway, the point is this. This man is worth an amount of money that you will never be able to imagine, okay? You, myself, and even like 100 millionaires. Well, maybe not 100 millionaires, but you and I are closer to being homeless than we are closer to being that guy, okay? You can sit there and be like, Twitch millionaire, blah, 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 all you fucking want. We are closer to being homeless than we are closer to that person. Okay?
6 months of being a menace to society. Wow.
That's the reality. And this dude is upset that people got $600 fucking dollars in a pandemic. 600 fucking dollars in a goddamn pandemic, and he's fucking mad, dude.
Sellix.io/KitKat. Check this website.
How the fuck do you sit here and defend this dipshit? It's mind-boggling. Also, I wanted to show you something about how the New York Times covers this versus how other outlets cover it. Amateur investors, perhaps propelled by a mix of greed and boredom, are looking to teach Wall Street a lesson. They've come together on a popular Reddit page, Wall Street Bets, to push the stock of companies like GameStop up 1,700% to outrageous highs. Motherboard, on the other hand, I bought 3 shares on Monday and have made enough to potentially cover the cost of all my dog's veterinary expenses for the year. At this rate, it will mostly just cover the pay cut I took at the end of last year. Why are they? Look at the difference, like greed, boredom. Anyway, this is what I wanted to watch. The billionaire investor Lee Cooperman losing his fucking mind at the radical poors. The radical poors making some money. Also, a quick shout out to the hedge funds in general. Hedge funds literally fucking take down entire countries. Not just like they don't just short companies into the ground, driving the price down artificially.
I love you.
Even though they do have a justification for it because the fundamentals are there for decisions like that. But they also literally drive down entire economies, okay? So, miss me with that fucking bullshit. Hedge funds win, Puerto Ricans lose in the first debt restructuring deal. And also, our government helps hedge funds do this. The Obama government helped hedge funds do this. The Trump government helped hedge funds do this. So, remember that. It's not just the fucking Democrats or the Republicans. It's both of them. But they're allowed to do that. You aren't. Remember.
It's good to have you here. Thanks for being on.
Nice to be with you.
Also, it's top of the hour. I forgot to do this. It's top of the hour every hour. It's time for a 6-second ad break. If you no longer want to see the ads, all you need to do is subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. A contractual obligation from the king sellout himself. I, after all, also have a contract with a company. I have to run an ad for 60 seconds at the top of every hour. If you no longer want to see it, you can use ad block, VPNs that make you seem like you're watching from fucking Turkey. Or you can subscribe. You can do it for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Here's the ad.
3 months. Love the stream. Hassle.
Let me just get your broad perspective first of what you make of the whole GameStop situation as you've been watching it unfold for these last couple of weeks.
Well, Rob referred to the casino environment, and I think he's on the right track. What's going on is no surprise. Prior to the virus hitting, the number of unemployed people...
Fucking boomer, dude. It's all a casino environment, motherfucker. You know it. You own the casino.
The country was, I think, 5.7 million. That ballooned to over 23 million, is now dropped to about 10.7 million. It's very clear that the Fed and Congress is pulling at every stop to get employment back to where it was pre-virus. So they create an environment of free money. We have no commissions anymore because of Robinhood. We have an administration that is spending money like drunken sailors. I'm not being critical. The only person I'm really critical of, to be honest with you, is Powell, because when he says that the stock market is not expensive against interest rates, he's leaving out the second part where interest rates are ridiculously priced. You know, if interest rates belong at near zero, you're not supposed to make more than 2 or 3% in the stock market. So I think what's going on is a logical consequence of zero interest rates, zero commissions, and very stimulative fiscal policy.
So are you?
When a hedge fund outperforms the stock market and brings in like 30%, then they're literally lauded and celebrated for literally doing exactly the kinds of actions that the fucking subreddit debate lords just did. Even though over a 30-year timeline, they are unable to outcompete the market, regardless. Okay? But still, when they have a fucking great year, that is brilliant. They are insightful. They deserve trillions of dollars. They should run entire governments. When Reddit lords do it over and very publicly do it over a subreddit that they get together and jerk off on and talk about tendies and shit, then that's unacceptable. That's a casino. What are you doing? This is not how it's supposed to work. And he's right when he says this is not how it's supposed to work, because only he gets to do it. Okay? You don't get to do it, motherfucker.
Are you saying that so it's partly the Fed's fault for putting, you know, a lot of gasoline on the fire over the last many years, but also I sense you're suggesting, tell me if I'm wrong, that you think this is part of a broader populist movement, perhaps, created by the very environment that you just talked about, the Fed.
This permanent growth is a problem, he says. Permanent growth is a problem, he says. Where was that, dude? Where was that take, motherfucker? Where was that take last year? Where was that take 5 years ago? Where was that when the government printed $4 trillion over one fucking day just to readjust the stock market when people were suffering? Where was that? Where was the permanent growth theory being a problem back then? That's insane. That happened not an entire year ago. Okay? That literally happened less than a year ago. Almost a year ago, but less than a year ago. And this motherfucker's still like, oh, that's just, it's a big problem now. It's only a problem because poor people are benefiting from it.
Instigating, if you will.
I'm not critical of what the Fed per se is doing. I'm critical of the dialogue. In other words, Greenspan was early, but he referred to irrational exuberance. The market is very, very pricey. We have been pulling forward demand. The outlook longer term is more questionable. And I don't think the Fed is giving any indication to the public that that's part of the picture. So I would say that I understand what's going on in the market. This is not going to end well when it ends. And the bigger question is, when does it end? I don't think it ends soon, but I think it will end, and it will end very badly for the public. Whenever you go into the S&P at current multiples, the 1 year, 3 year, 5 year returns have been very pedestrian. That's the environment we're heading for.
You've said in the past that, where it was different instances, we weren't talking about the GameStop situation, that it was going to, quote unquote, end in tears. There are a lot of tears being felt throughout the business that you made your living in. And I'm curious to get your reaction to this notion of this uprising, a revolt, if you will, against the hedge fund community. The activity that took place in GameStop against some of the short funds, and just this general idea that we're sick and tired of of watching hedge funds make all of this money. Hedge fund managers make all of this money. Whenever they don't get money, the government bails them out. They crashed the banks, big banks crashed the system in 2008 and got bailed out. And the quote unquote little guy got left holding the bag. I mean, how do you react to that?
The big boy is holding the bag to a degree as well. Listen, in 2008, Bernanke figured out he had to rescue the economy, which was going down the toilet. And he figured out the best way to rescue the economy is to create wealth, because wealth leads to consumption. And the best way to create wealth is to get the stock market up. The trouble with that is 80% of the stock is owned by 20% of the people. Okay, and so what they did subsequently is they created a negative real return environment for savings, so you had no reward for being prudent and saving money. And that's what we're doing now. We have a new administration in place. I did vote for President Biden because I felt I voted my values, not my pocketbook. But if you listen to what Mr. President Biden has to say, basically, they're going to raise taxes on the individuals. They're going to raise taxes on corporations. They're going to raise the capital gains tax rate. It's not going to be user-friendly, you know. And but I don't know that they're going after hedge funds per se. But
well, there was definitely some of that, right? I mean, there was definitely some of that, and you could see it in the.
I've been doing this for 55 years. I can tell you the short sellers, generally speaking, are more knowledgeable than the long players, because they understand if you're wrong on a long, as it goes down, it becomes less of a problem in your portfolio. If you're wrong on a short, it becomes a bigger problem in your portfolio. So they tend to be very careful. They're very smart. And if I had to guess, I've never met him in my life. I've never spoke to him. But Gabe Plotkin will have turned out to be right in his view of GameStop. And the only surprise to me, to be honest with you, in GameStop is why they have not used this ridiculous price to raise some cheap capital as Elon Musk did in Tesla, or the guy that converted his AMC note.
So
my fucking microphone.
And Wall Street is losing its mind, and Wall Street now wants to change
My microphone
the
broke,
rules of the
or
game
not broke,
because
but
a bunch of people with accounts ranging from $500 to $2,500 are taking.
Okay, I fixed it. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was fucking annoying. Sorry, my microphone was just, it fell off basically. Okay, that was the same anchor that got fucking owned yesterday by Chamath, and he's taking a different tone today. Maybe he has learned, I guess, to change his rhetoric. But yeah, I'm so glad that he voted for Biden. By the way, he didn't vote for his pocketbook. He voted for his values. Again, your values, like what you were referencing there, is literally the same things that you're criticizing. And I find that to be rather strange. Guys, I know AOC is on tonight, okay? I promise you. Why would I not know that? Of course I know that. You are not the first person to inform me on this. I already tweeted underneath it. If you want to help me, then go fucking boost that tweet, okay? That's it. I've also reached out to her as well to see if she's interested in, to help her out as best as I can in any way. Anyway, Leon Cooperman on CNBC seems to have a very different view on this of weeks ago. Leon Cooperman sees euphoria in the stock market a week ago. Billionaire investor Leon Cooperman concerned about the long-term outlook for the stock market 2 months ago. Well, he was concerned, I guess. He's concerned about the long term. That's not a positive thing. He might have said like it's actually bad. Robin Hood tweets out, "Let the people trade." Oh, that's on 2016, March 23rd, 2016. Yeah, it was great when they were selling it as a way to literally rob the rich and help the poor win. Well, it was never that anyway. Like, it doesn't work that way. Like, the stock market is not that. That's not That's not what it is. Yeah, I don't know who Justin Khan is, guys. I don't know who that is. Will the SEC sue GameStop traders? The case could pose a super weird challenge. Yeah, super weird because it's fucking insane.
Pogo 7 months Pog. 90 days when? Pogo hassle.
It's so fucking gross, dude. It's so gross. It's like, if you make a certain amount of money, up to a certain amount of money you make, you get fucked in taxes, right? If you're middle class, you technically are putting a much larger percentage of your like net worth at the end of every year down in taxes. And then once you hit a certain point, it just goes, it just hits zero. Okay? It drops down to like nothing. Okay? And it's the same for this. It is the exact same principle here. If you're like a small trader, like a day trading Andy or whatever, you will get fucked. They will literally, if you're like a small guy, if you're a small fry who is gaming the system a little bit, let's say, or is engaging in like insider trading, the SEC will come down on you. If you're literally like fucking Leon Cooperman and shit, and you do that, well, in the end, you just do a little quiet settlement, and you're allowed to continue as business as usual. You see what I'm saying? You go to fucking jail if you're doing insider trading as like a mid-level guy, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, by the way. Don't do insider trading. But if you're a congressperson, you don't get anything. Like, nothing happens to you. If you're Kelly Loeffler, nothing happens to you. And that's how this works, too. Sherrod Brown commits to a hearing on GameStop. People on Wall Street only care about the rules when they're the ones getting hurt. American workers have known for years that the Wall Street system is broken. They've been paying the price. It's time for the SEC and Congress to make the economy work for everyone, not just Wall Street. That's why, as incoming chair of the Senate Banking and Housing Committee, plan to hold a hearing to do that important work. A subreddit is not insider trading. No. I'm not saying a subreddit is insider trading. Sorry. Guys, don't misunderstand me. I was using that as an analogy. In this circumstance, if you're a fucking small fry and you actually made it big, okay, because that, how the fuck would that be insider trading? If you made it big, it's kind of like the mid-level guy getting caught for insider trading and going to jail versus the big-time fucking hedge fund managers getting caught doing insider trading, paying off a little fine quietly and continuing to do business as usual. If you're a congressperson, you literally see no punishments whatsoever. So that's kind of what I meant here. Like, the SEC does not punish naked shorts. The SEC does not punish hedge funds like purposely overshorting businesses and other hedge funds getting in on the action to like absolutely fucking devalue someone's stock, a business's stock prices. That's not unacceptable. That's just business as usual. But when the opposite of that happens in a subreddit where like random fucking Reddit lords decide to pump up the price of a stock by saying we like it, we're going to keep holding against that hedge fund, then that's unacceptable. You get it? I don't like this either. Citadel's a hedge fund that owns Melvin Capital Management. Melvin is a GME short seller predicted to lose billions due to the people taking their free market back. Citadel owns the app Robinhood. Citadel banned purchases on new GME. So this is like, this isn't exactly as black and white as the way that this dude is making it seem like it is. So part of the problem here is a lot of the people are saying this sort of stuff and you want to believe it because they're creating a narrative around it, but it's not exactly like this. Yes, Citadel did actually give Melvin Capital Management, which is slated to lose $14 billion, 2.75 just to continue their position, right? Like they gave him a cash infusion. They helped him. They bailed him out. Literally a couple days back. Immediately, poof, that was gone, right? However, Citadel also does have a fat contract with Robinhood. There are There are two separate companies, Citadel, which with a strict info barrier between them, where people have actually gone to prison for crossing. Yes, Robinhood sells your data, your trade data to Citadel. Yeah, Citadel's like 40% of their sales. If that walks before Robinhood IPO, they're screwed. This caused venture capital to pressure Robinhood to stop trading GME and others. Yes, that's why I don't think this was the SEC. That's why I think it was literally fucking hedge funds saying, you need to stop doing this. But it's not because they literally own it. It's because they have leverage over Robinhood. Because Citadel is like 40% of all the trades on Robinhood are done through Citadel, front running their trades. So they have an insane amount of fucking power over Robinhood. You understand? So the same fucking what is it called? Like a market maker, I guess. The same Citadel that has that Robinhood relies on to be able to do your to be able to do your trades is literally the fucking same Citadel that gave 2.75 billion to Melvin Capital.
Hold the line.
When they were hemorrhaging. You understand? So that's, and this is again pure speculation. So this is market manipulation, yeah? Dude, it's all market manipulation. Everything that you see is market manipulation. It's just a matter of what kind of market manipulation is acceptable, and it's the wealthy and hedge funds doing the market manipulation that's acceptable, and what kind of market manipulation is unacceptable. And it's and we are finding out that the unacceptable market manipulation is collective action by fucking retail traders, retail investors, day traders, people on fucking Wall Street bets, okay? And that's how it's always been. Not to do that fucking astronaut meme of like, wait, it's all market manipulation, and then the other astronaut's pointing a fucking gun to the other astronaut's head saying it's always been that way. That's the reality, okay?
Dope sweater, homie.
I mean, you're in a leftist community. It's always been fucking fake, and it's always been a casino. There is reasonable predictions that you can make looking at the fundamentals, but you can very clearly go against those fundamentals, as Wall Street Bets has done.
Hi Arjan and chat. Chat today is Bell Let's Talk Day. If every chatter in chat right now...
People are so funny. Robinhood, Citadel, Melvin Capital all being literally connected is literally nuts though. What the fuck? Dude, what are you... How is that fucking nuts? Of course it's all fucking connected, dude. Of course. It's like people finding out about... And that is the free market. A worse version of that exists in every facet of your lives that you are not even aware of, apparently. Like when you find out about vertical integration, or not vertical, horizontal integration that companies engage in regularly.
A better analogy is in most cases, most of us are closer to being
like, welcome to Monopolization 101. Monopolies and oligopolies run this economy, okay? And they can only do that because they offer you literally insanely low prices. The only thing that will get people to act out against this kind of monopoly or monopolization is if prices fucking increase to an unmanageable level. That's literally how all of these businesses work. It's the founding principle of Amazon. Like, this is exactly how Amazon operates. They buy out every part of every part of a fucking vertical from point A to point Z, all the way from like factories to distribution and delivering to your doorstep. And they control all aspects of the supply chain. And they can do whatever the fuck they want after that. This is one step below that, where independent companies are dependent on one another because they're working with one another all the time. So, of course, they're going to help one another out and listen to each other. Anyway. Prices can't go up a lot in monopolies. Yes, if they do go up, then there's a problem. But low prices is the justification for why Amazon owns 47% of all e-commerce purchases in the United States. Okay? Because of the low prices. And if you ask your congressperson what the fuck is going on, why the fuck does Amazon own 47%? This small business that like set up shop on Amazon got absolutely fucking cumstered and dumpstered by Amazon. And now Amazon is selling their same product for half the price. Your congressperson will say, oh, they're selling it for half the price. There you go. Shut the fuck up, pig. You got your slop. Are you strapped in the rocket ship? Man, I don't even have a fucking credit card, brother. No, of course I don't fucking trade and have any stocks. You crazy? That's why I was saying I'm untouchable by the SEC. What are they going to do, bro? Bar me from trading? I don't even have a fucking credit card, bitch. I literally do not have a credit card. What are you going to do? Credit card? That's a joke, right? Nope, that's not a joke. I literally do not have it. Yes, 61,000 people are currently getting their news about fucking trading. And I do still understand how some of this works, or most of it, but I just don't partake in it.
You look
I refuse
like you're going to a poetry reading today.
I'll be all right. But no credit card? No, I have a debit card. Who cares? More billionaires crying on CNBC?
I mean, I think
we already watched this.
It's kind of obvious. People can not only see the emotion on your face, but hear it in your voice.
3 months gang.
When you talk about this, Lee, why?
I care.
Oh, this clip is from 2019?
3 months, Pog.
Oh my god, he's crying about a wealth tax, dude. It's the same fucking guy. Cooperman from, this is an earlier clip. This is an older clip. Crying about a wealth tax.
That's it.
I mean, I think it's kind of obvious. People can not only see the emotion on your face, but hear it in your voice when
Just
you
got
talk
back
about
from a
this.
Run Poggers.
Hey, guys. Serious question for everybody. If you are, for the first time, if you're having your baby's first leftist radicalization moment here, and if you're coming to terms with the reality that, like, these people have unimaginable wealth and power over your lives, and you think to yourself, how do you fight back against this? Like, this is crazy. This system is so unjust. It's so fucking fundamentally broken. Well, there is supposed to be a body, okay? An institution that we decide democratically to have power over both our lives and both these people as well. Now, that is called the government, okay? And in sane countries and in theory, the government is supposed to step in situations like this and not step in to say, yeah, fuck you to the worker guy who had $600 who's like fucking trading with that and now turned 600 into 6,000. The government is supposed to step in and say fuck you to the hedge funds. Now, just because our government so far has always worked in the opposite way, it does not mean that it can't do the right thing. It's on you to pressure them to do the right thing. In America, unfortunately, the government only exists to defend the corporations and the wealthy. This is what we talk about all the goddamn time. And you're maybe recognizing that right now. Okay? How did you rent a place then? How did you get credit? Serious question, because I was about to get a credit card to start building credit. Yeah, no, you should probably get a credit card and build credit. It's not easy to get a fucking place if you're not. It's super not easy to rent a place if you don't have credit, and I don't, and it's not easy. I literally have to go through friends and people I know. He has a huge bank account to back him, lol. No, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. The last place I got through, again, a friend who knew the person who was signing off on the credit scores, the credit checks. And I snuck in. And it was the last thing that this person did in the apartment management company. That's Turkish power, baby. I got a homie. He's Turkish. And he literally fucking knew the person that was working at the apartment management company that signs off on the credit scores or the credit checks. And it was her last day on the job on a fucking Friday. And the last thing she did was sign me off. Before that, I was running around telling people, like, I will pay, half the year's rent ahead of time. All of that sort of stuff. Like, please, please, please. Like, I'll show you pay stubs. Doesn't matter. How is that different than what the people on Wall Street do? Well, the difference there is I don't have credit, and the system is fucking fundamentally designed to fuck over people like me who don't have fucking credit, and people like you who have, like, don't have credit or have bad credit. Are you fucking stupid? It's me going through against a system that's designed against people who don't have fucking credit. I'm literally describing why it is difficult and why you need to establish credit, but the extra steps you need to take to get around it.
Hassan, I am a simple engineer student and he just trying to get ahead on loans.
It's so weird, man.
Got AMC and
that's so fucking, that's so strange to be like, billionaires literally gaming the system
Love the stream,
to
Hassan,
make billions and billions of dollars on top of their additional billions is the same as you using a friend to fucking technically get over a protective measure to make sure poor people don't fucking, not saying that I was, but make sure that poor people don't get fucking don't get to rent in certain apartments in Los Angeles in the psychotic housing market. Like, so you can have a place to live. That's so strange. Like, what is your fucking argument here that like think about what you're defending there. Apparently it's class consciousness time, folks. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think a lot of these people are gonna like end up thinking it's communism that fucking didn't let them turn 600 into 60,000. Greatest investors of all time: Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, Peter Lynch, George Soros, Benjamin Graham. User deep fucking value. One of the guys that movie's based on identified GameStop as a target in 2019. Big Short investor Michael Burry is going long on GameStop, the video game retail titan that's been crashing all year.
I love your streams.
Michael Burry called one of the greatest shorts of all time back in 2009. Michael Burry called... Yeah, he did. He was talking about it as well. Big Short investor Michael Burry predicts Tesla stock will collapse like the housing bubble. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Alien plays Forged Fi when? Alien plays Forged Fi when? Alien place forged fi when? Alien place forged fi when? Alien place
What did
forged
Elon
fi
Musk
when?
tweet? You
Alien
can't sell
place
houses you
forged
don't
fi
own. You
when?
can't sell cars you don't own, but you
Pogo.
can sell stock you don't own.
Legalize it.
This is bullshit.
Pogo.
Shorting is a scam. Legal only for vestigial reasons. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. My man, he hates shorting because they keep shorting his company, but I thought this was just a market correction. I thought this was just corrective behavior, dude.
Robinhood was shit. Last year they had a
The
leak
king has spoken. I know this is dude. Elon, yeah, Elon's just mad because Tesla keeps getting shorted.
Still by GME.
Which, by the way, unironically, is yet another example that like all of this is still fucking not a part of the fundamentals, because the fundamentals are whatever you make it up as you go along. Looking at Tesla as a technology company rather than a fucking rather than a car company. And believing that it has an unlimited capacity to fucking grow. But those shorts are bullshit. And Tesla keeps recovering. If this ends with Tesla bubble bursting, it would be the perfect end to this madness. Okay, so you are so wrong on this, guys. Guys, some people already do think that it's communism. Weeble, dear valued client, please note that we will no longer allow clients to open new positions in the following 3 stocks. In light of the current market, how about you stop pulling this commie bullshit and let people do what they want, like you advertise your service for in the first place? Dog, Robinhood is literally supposed to be communism. Like, at the heart of Robinhood is this notion that you steal from the rich and give it to the poor, dumbass. That's not even what communism is, but that's what fucking idiots like this dude think communism is. So how are you going to turn around and get upset and call it commie bullshit when the application that's designed to do communism in the way that you think communism is all of a sudden does the exact opposite? It's just another example that like everything I hate is fucking communism. Communism is when I stub my toe, or communism is when I fucking step on a Lego. Okay, and the more I step on Legos, the more really communist things are.
A bunch of billionaires running around mad at a bunch of gamers.
Capitalism when we like it, communism when we don't.
I'm a public accountant. The SEC is my daddy Sag. Pog.
Another new Elon tweet. Here come the shorty apologists. Give them no respect. Get shorty. Ugh, God. I just like, I'm sorry. I'm not going to like, I'm not going to fucking engage in the fanfare around Elon Musk, okay? He's so fucking, he's epic cringe, dude. Like, anyway, Warren is on CNBC. Let's see what she's saying.
Needs to respond, and we need to respond quickly and forcefully.
What is the answer, Senator Warren, to solve the issue of inequality? On the campaign trail last year, President Biden seemed to allude more often to a corporate tax hike than any other type of tax hike. What's your view as to the optimum way to try and rebalance the scale
boys,
somewhat?
It's about sending a message.
I believe in investing in opportunity. That's how we will build a future. And the way we can do that is if we put a wealth tax in place. A 2-cent tax on the top 0.1% of families in this country would permit us to fund universal child care for all of our babies, and so that all of...
Well, has she thought about how that hurts the fucking billionaire guy's feelings, though, who was literally crying about the wealth tax even being brought up? I mean, that's how...
Why?
That's how Cooperman feels when he hears about the fucking wealth tax, dude.
An investment, not just in the wealthiest tippy top in this economy, but it would let us make an investment, a broad investment across this country. And here's the thing. It would not only be good for all of our kids and all of their parents, it would be good for all of America. Because a better educated workforce, a workforce that we have invested in and helped grow, is the one that will help us build an economy for the future. It's the right thing to do.
No, it might also chase wealthy people out of this country, as we've seen has happened with other wealth taxes. You just said how much we need the economy to be revitalized right now for companies to start adding jobs and not subtracting them anymore.
I'm sorry. There is no evidence that anyone is going to leave this country because of a 2-cent wealth tax. Can we just keep in mind right now in America who's paying taxes? You know,
why don't we do literally what China does if that's the case? Like, it's authoritarian, sure, and it'll really upset the hogs, but like, oh, you're going to take your money away? Well, okay, we're just not going to buy your products then. Like, even the threat of that alone will completely render the other side's threat of moving away useless.
Then most of the people in this entire nation,
like, China gets to shut NBA players the fuck up about a genocide that it's engaging in because they have such a massive marketplace that all these fucking corporations want to be a part of, no matter how fucking woke they are. But what, we as Americans have to sit the fuck down because you can't shut up the dumb fat fucking hog down the street about not being able to go to Applebee's and get jalapenos? $5 jalapeno poppers, dude? Fucking bullshit.
2-cent wealth tax so that we could have universal child care.
I'm just presenting the...
Every baby has
No,
an
I'm just presenting the
opportunity to
counter
get a good
argument.
start. Yeah, well, how about a counter argument, though?
You know you'll hear that.
On fact, the wealthiest in this country are paying less in taxes than everyone else.
It's crazy that, like, wealthy people literally can hold the economy hostage. It blows my mind that they can literally hold a gun to the head of the economy and say, we'll just move. We'll literally take the money that you made for us and we'll take it somewhere else. Fuck you. How about fuck you? How about you don't get to fucking do that? How about we literally throw you in jail if you say that going forward? Jail for you, dude.
And move from a high tax state in California to a low tax state in Texas. You might be right. It might be the right way to redistribute wealth, but do you say there is no risk whatsoever that it could damage American economy?
Look, they want to use American workers. They want to use American highways. They want to use American police forces. They want to use American infrastructure, but they just don't want to help pay to support it. And that's the trick. A wealth tax needs to be national, because you can still get advantages if you move from state to state.
Dude.
But the idea behind a wealth tax is you have to pay it if you're an American citizen. It doesn't matter whether you live in Texas or California or even whether you move to Europe or South America. If you want to keep your American citizenship, you pay the wealth tax. And it doesn't matter where you put your assets. You can try to hide them in the Cayman Islands. You can try to put them in Switzerland. But it doesn't matter. You still pay the 2-cent wealth tax. And here's the nice thing about that. You know, a lot of the wealth is quite visible and easy to see. It's right there in the stock market. A 2-cent wealth tax changes this country fundamentally, because it means we say as a nation, we're going to invest in the next generation. We're going to invest in creating opportunity, not just for a handful at the top. We're going to create opportunity for all of our kids. That's how we build a strong future in this country.
Senator Elizabeth Warren, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Much more to come on this crazy market action day. We're up about 1.25% on the S&P 500, just slipping off the session highs. We'll also speak with a former SEC commissioner on how regulators can do their job, which Senator...
Oh, man. We got to get the regulators to come in, dude. Here, footage from inside Melvin Capital, dude, there. It's a meme, by the way. It's not real, but here, I clicked it, dude. I clicked your fucking meme, dude.
Motherfuckers. Fucking idiots. Fucking bunch of cocksuckers. Fucking pussies. Nobody wants to fucking go. I'm ready to fucking rip somebody's fucking head off. Yeah, take that fucking thing, Naughty. I'll fucking smash your fucking head open. Fucking
Anyway, actual insider knowledge, a normal person explaining what's happening in the stock market.
So I have been seeing a lot of people online who are like, what is going on with the stock market? Is there anyone who can explain this in normal person terms? And so I decided I want to do that because like I own stocks. So I like have a pretty good understanding of the stock market.
Okay, we're not watching this, dude. Come on. No, I don't want to.
From what I understand, there are these people.
She's joking, right? Like she's memeing. It's a meme, right?
Who are, they have lots of money and they have hedges around their house and they go to the market, but it's like not a real market. It's it's metaphorical, but it's real. And they go, uh-oh, that company is not doing well, so I'm gonna make it do worse. So they pull out some papers and they go, who wants to make a deal? They start making deals and they say if this company's good, if it goes down, then I get money from you, and if it goes up, then I'll give you money. But they don't tell you that it's not gonna go up. I mean, they will make it so it goes down. But then there was this online reading club that was like, oh, well, not today. We want hedges too. And so they went into their bank accounts, and then they also went to the market, and they were like, buy of the company, and changed it a lot. And so now the initial people with the hedges have to give.
It's making me nervous. I'm getting like secondhand. It's satire. And I'm getting secondhand cringe and nervousness from this.
Their hedges, I think, to the other people. So yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know.
Speaking of which, by the way, oh my lord, I saw that there's a LSF post about AOC coming on. And as is the case with every single instance where, something new is happening in the news and people come in here and want to hear my take on it, there are a lot of, I have cultivated a really terminal mass of anti-Hassan people who are like, Hassan doesn't understand stock market, dude. Every time he talks about it, he sounds like a woke middle schooler, bro. Me, on the other hand, dude, rocket ship. I'm on it, dude. I'm flying to the fucking moon with that GME stock, baby. Hell yeah. Next week, all those motherfuckers are shit talking about what I've said thus far in the past couple of days. We'll be fucking posting about how their portfolio is destroyed because they held for too fucking long, okay? Dumbasses. Hate reading off screen? Of course I'm always hate reading off screen. Listen. Yeah, let me tell you something. I've told you to be risk averse from the jump. Okay? And all I'm simply doing here is describing to you the events that are happening in front of our eyes. Okay? I'm not telling you anything different. I'm just telling you what I think is going to happen. And also drawing an analogy on how the system works. Using this as a teaching moment for you, a teachable moment for you, if you will. because the same power dynamic at play that you are watching happen in front of your eyes, and you might actually have a stake in this fight now before, unlike any other fight, is when teachers engage in a wildcat strike, you have no stake. You might not be a teacher. You might not be related to a teacher. You might not know, right? But right now, there's a lot of people who have placed who've put their own money forward. And participated in this collective action against hedge funds and against Wall Street for the most part. So you're recognizing how the system works and how unequal it actually is in a way that you never could before. This is a great opportunity for people to start seeing this exact same trend in every other facet of their lives. Okay? Let's watch
and
this
Wall
now.
Street is losing its mind, and Wall Street now wants to change the rules of the game because a bunch of people with accounts ranging from $500 to $2,500 are taking down the billionaires.
Charles Payne all fired up over the David versus Goliath story unfolding now in America. The whole thing has fat cat investors on edge while the average Joe is cashing in big. Christina Partsenevelos with the Fox Business is here. Christina.
Hasanabi just managed to invest in GameStop. Brother, I am not someone who invests in stocks. Like, even if I were to do so, at some point, it probably wouldn't be a Robinhood account that I gamble in. Like, that's not what I would do.
It is a rebellion between Wall Street and internet traders. So you've got these smaller retail investors that often use apps like Robinhood and TD Ameritrade that are fighting big institutional investors like hedge funds that are betting stocks will fall. And you've got companies like GameStop that are caught right in the middle. So let's focus on GameStop because everyone's talking about it. Just last year alone in April, the share price was well below $3. The company has been falling over the last few years because not as many people are going into stores to buy video games. You can buy a lot of that online. Hedge funds noticed this downward trend and they decided, hey, let's short GameStop and bet the stock will fall so they can make some money. You had the retail investors, these guys that are on Reddit forums, on TikTok, these smaller players, they saw what the hedge fund guys were doing and decided, hey, let's buy GameStop to push the price up. The price went up. Even today we saw a high of $469, and all of these hedge fund guys lost money because they were betting the stock would fall. And that's exactly what happened. You saw the GameStop share price climb well over 1,200% just over the last month or so. The market cap is at $32 billion. These hedge fund guys are closing their positions, and now these smaller retail investors are getting so confident that they're moving their focus over to other stocks like AMC, like Nokia.
Which has caused $70 billion in losses for the short players so far in 2020. 2021. $70 billion in loss for short sellers. Most of which are, of course, in the hedge fund side of things. So that's why people are fucking losing their shit. It's not just about GameStop either. Source on the $70 billion. I'm glad that it was still open. Losses on short positions in U.S. firms top $70 billion according to Ortex data. Short sellers are sitting on an estimated loss of $70.87 billion from their short positions in United States companies so far. Data from financial analytics firm Ortex showed on Thursday. The hefty losses come as shares of highly shorted GameStop jumped more than 1,000% in the past week without a clear business reason, forcing short sellers to buy back into the stock to cover potential losses, defined as a short squeeze, which is what's going on, while retail investors then piled in to benefit from the surge. And also, just remember that it's not fucking just retail investors that are pushing this. Sure, like I said before, time and time again, Wall Street Bets is the tinder that started the fire, but they alone are not going to be able to be. They alone